Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Now King throwing on first down. Caught by Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Not today, you are. Not today.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Montgomery. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
It's just me and you.
King operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Ricky. 155. Hey, Delta. Fire.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Off play action. Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Off. Come.
Here's King, looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep for Gabriel. It's caught inside the 25. And he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
70, Indy. Check safety. Check 13.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Herbert, and he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Looking to throw on second down. King. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
Mike 57, Mike 57. All day, dog. Check, 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 check.
First down, a run with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw is King. To throw on second down. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, King. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2, sir. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Check, hot route. Hot, hot. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, foxtrot. Yo,
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, high 7. You think you gonna get this?
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. There defensively was Buster's screen to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Hey.
45's the mark. Let's go, one more.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 45. Check
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
On third down, Herbert. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
King now looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Complete. It's Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd and 5. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
45
From the gun, Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Safety's creeping. Hey, watch this, watch it. Check 52.
Now King off the play fake. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Hey, Zoo. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Defense wins championships, baby. Hurry, hurry. Hit it.
On 1st down, Herbert. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 51. Hey, Haywood. You can't block me. 51, Mike. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We go. 70, Indy. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check. Fresno. Recon, 132 fighter. Lucky.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's get off the field.
Move.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 45.
To throw on third down. Herbert. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Bravo.
51 for Mike, boy. 51.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
51 for Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means you receive.
It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen 64 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go to Johnson again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, Delta.
On third down, Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. And this one's incomplete. Trey Burton. The one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Tackles. Check 3. Hatchet.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
51, Mike 51.
King on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Hey, high 7. Hey, lock it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's King. Ball play action. This one into the hands of Burton. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Look at me, zipper. Five.
Operating from the gun. Herbert looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Check 43.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll buy some time right, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. King. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
On the
The
set.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Again, it's Johnson. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Being chased out left. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
One set. Mike 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't run it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. But he completes it to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
King now to throw on 3rd down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Come on,
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to